Hello friends, and welcome to another Modern League. Today we're going to be playing with Merfolk, another tribal deck. This was one that I have a lot less experience with if you compared it to Spirits. But fortunately, I was able to find a list on Nikachu's Twitter. The list that I had found previously, I was about to run a Simic list, and then I realized that it was over 2 months old, and Magic has been moving very quickly, so I wanted to play something a little bit fresher. You know, especially when it comes to fish, you want something that's fairly fresh. So I found this on Nikachu's Twitter, like I was saying. I'll post a link in the YouTube description. So this is going to be a mono blue list, fairly straightforward. So I'm going to mention some of the things that stand out to me anyways. 4 main deck Chalice of the Void, Sign of the Times. That's going to be good on 1. And it could also be good on 0. Then we're also going to have 4 Dismember in the main. Now this is because we're playing the mono blue version. If we were playing the splash for white, we would be able to play Prismatic Ending, and that is also quite viable. Something that you definitely might want to try, but I wanted to stick with something a little bit simpler for my first foray into Merfolk, and we decided to go with the mono blue. As far as, let's see here, there's also 4 copies of Brazen Borrower, and from what I was seeing, this is Petty Theft is very useful after you get the Chalice down. So if your opponent gets Dragon Rage Channeler down first, then you put down Chalice. Afterwards, you can Petty Theft the creature, and they won't be able to put it back down onto the field. So as far as the sideboard goes, we have the 4 Force of Negation in the board, as well as 3 Counterspell. So we're going to be able to put down beaters early, and then just counter the scary spells that our opponents are playing, and finish the game by turning our creature sideways. We also do have 2 Spreading Seas in the sideboard, as well as 2 Threads of Disloyalty, and rounding it out with 4 Relic of Progenitus to deal with those pesky graveyard strategies. Graveyard is very useful right now in Modern. There's a lot of ways to take advantage of it. You don't only have to be playing a graveyard deck, you can also be playing Luris, or even just having Delirium. Alright, so let's get this thing started. Alright, so we have a single land, but we do have Aether Vial, and we are on the play. I think I'm going to keep this one. Zenwan, hello? Let's risk it. And if it turns out this is terrible, then, hey, I'm new, I just don't know better. It's my first day. Blood Crypt into a Thoughtseize. Obviously, Island here would be the perfect draw. We could Tide Shaper the Blood Crypt. Okay, they're just taking the Tide Shaper. That makes sense. I mean, it is a land, but it doesn't cast any of my spells. I guess we do have Petty Theft available now. So I guess we just pass back here. A slow start from us. Opponent is also starting quite slowly. They're going to have access to all kinds of potential removal here to get rid of Mutavault. Not interested in sending in and losing one of my lands here. think we'll just pass back and then play Master of the Pearl Trident on their end step with the Aether Vial. And we'll keep the Aether Vial at 2 for a little while. So we can give Indestructible to our creature. Alright, so it looks like they're just going to go ahead and kill this immediately. Ooh, that is a pain. So we could save the Aether Vial with the Brazen Borrower here. Ah, no we can't. Return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. You gotta read all the words. Well, I guess we just have nothing then. We should have definitely attacked with Mutavault there. I'm a little bit frustrated and I just hit F6 because, like, whatever, we can't do anything. But we could have got in for an extra 2 damage. That being said, it would have grown the Shadow. So yeah, this is Dress Down Shadow. How much damage are we taking here? Just 2? Oh, I like that. Oh, and here's a Scourge. And another Scourge. Wow. I think we can pick this one up. You can't exactly dress down with a Scourge, though, right? Because dress down on Scourge makes it a 0/0. It just dies. They've seen Master of the Pearl Trident already, so we reveal that one. Yeah, they don't have dress down. Not with this. We'll play that. Glasspool Mimic. Also a land. So Glasspool Mimic only copies creatures you control, so it would not be able to copy a Scourge, for example. Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. Call against command, too good. Bring in Threads. I mean, like, Dismember sort of works. It can kill their creatures, but it's definitely not guaranteed. We probably want some number of Force of Negation. Their spells were just absolutely brutal. Although they might have, yeah, they've been casting those spells during our turn anyway. They've been playing around Force of Negation, haven't they? Counterspell might be a consideration. I have definitely been considering it. I'm also considering just taking the Aether Vial out, considering how bad it was. Obviously we don't, but like, wow, that was rough. Got a minute left. Oh my god, those guys, thank you. Yeah, I just got it set up the other day. Aether Vial with Mutavault. So many Chalice. Oh, our opponent is mulliganing heavily here. They're down to 5. And land on top, please. I mean, we know the opponent is playing Lurrus Shadow. This is game 2. Any land. Not quite. I guess we just have to pass the turn here. I don't really want to play Chalice on 0. That seems like it's going to do nothing. Speaking of Lurrus Shadow, that's a deck that I would like to return to as well. Ah, Thoughtseize. Mr. Rabe, hello? Alright, so they're getting rid of that. Blood Crypt tongues down, and a Shadow. So put the Shadow down before I can get the Chalice down. But if we draw land, we can put Chalice down and Harbinger the Shadow. Damn. Well, I guess we can still kill it. But we, once again, are having a little bit of trouble getting our stuff to do anything. We're just getting unlucky with our draws and maybe keeping some bad hands. I kind of want to just dismember this thing immediately, but that also makes us vulnerable to Scourge. If I did that, then they would probably take Chalice of the Void. I was kind of hoping we would draw the land and play the Chalice this turn. At least that was my thinking. Mr. Rabe, never seen the face matching this beautiful voice before? Well, thank you, friend. Is this causing dissonance, or is this like, ah, yes, this makes sense? Guess we could have just gone for Harbinger there. I think that would have just been the better play. Just do the Harbinger, keep the Dismember, and then they can't Scourge. Okay, they're doing the Call Against command. They're going to destroy our artifact. Oh. So we could put Harbinger down anyway to get no value out of it. At least we have a beater. And maybe we can draw land, play Chalice. That would be pretty good. Or we'll just draw another Chalice, whatever. Dashing the Ragavan. They're going to get some treasure out of this. Be able to take a land off the top of our deck. Nope. It was a Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. Oh my god, you thought I was bald? How do you feel now, knowing now that I've got all kinds of hair coming out of my head? Another Master of the Pearl Trident, why not? So we're dead. Not a great start. We just got totally run over here. We had some bad keeps, we had some bad luck. Mulligan into one landers, but we're playing a land-light deck. The Culligan's commands to constantly destroy my Aether Vials were difficult to deal with. Seemed like a difficult matchup. Ooh, look at all those lands! So many lands. Just the most lands. Okay, our opponent is on the mulligan. And they're keeping 6. Let's see if we can draw a Chalice. Darksteel Citadel to start. Curious. And another Dismember. I hope those are going to be good. So we could play Mimic, since that's a come into play tapped land. But we already have, like, double blue here. The problem... Okay, no, this is... As long as we get, like, any third land, we can play the Mimic, copy the Lord of Atlantis. I think I'm just going to play Cavern of Souls. Chalice on 0. Yeah, that's probably the best use we're going to get out of Chalice in this matchup. Thanks, coach. I like the no play on turn 1 and 2 from the opponent. So we'll just play Island and Lord of Atlantis pass. Since we have Cavern of Souls, if we find, what's the name of that 1-mana Merfolk? Tidebinder or something? We can actually cast it through the Chalice. Yeah, and I think that, in general, sandbagging your 0-drops is going to be the right play. It just turns out that, in this one instance, they would potentially get punished for it. Alright, looks like we're just going to want to go ahead and copy the Lord of Atlantis. Coach Mills, thanks for the follow. My hope right now is that we just crush this with our lords, and opponent shows us a hand full of 0s. Okay, it looks like they got plays. Another cycled companion. Well, I like it when your 4/4s are in the graveyard. And they got a Frogmite. And a free Frogmite. Okay, so we can attack into those, and if they double block, we can Dismember one. Or we could just Petty Theft one. Silvergill Adept. Alright. I think we'll... Oh, no, hold on. We don't have any Merfolk in hand. So we can't really play Adept right now. Okay, they just take a bunch of damage. So Petty Theft on Frogmite seems quite poor. We could Dismember both, but I think I would rather just Dismember their 4/4s rather than these stupid 2/2s. Also, just putting a Brazen Borrower down just to attack seems okay. Mishra's Bauble countered. There's their first 4. Do you have any more? We'll take that damage. Kind of want to just cast this Brazen Borrower so we're swinging in for 9. Could cast the Borrower, Dismember the Companion, or yeah, seems fine. I guess we can cast the Silvergill Adept now. More interested in holding up Dismember. Am I? Like, what are they going to do? Why are we holding up Dismember? I don't think it's really worthwhile. Instead, we put down a blocker. That is another Lord, it's true. Monitor into Neo form? I wonder, do I know I have the... No, it doesn't, huh? Alright. Because I have the better TTV. Oh, okay, it's supposed to be all capitalized, that's why. There it is. Alright, so what are we doing? Playing against Affinity. I don't know that we're going to be, honestly, changing very much. We could potentially bring in Spreading Seas to give our creatures unblockable. I don't think it's going to be that much of a hindrance to them, though. Like, this is more against Tron and stuff, where it's actually sort of a land destruction spell. Not a huge fan of Force of Negation. Threads isn't going to hit much of anything. So, realistically, like, Counterspell is our only option. Seas is good versus Saga, you're right. Okay. Yeah, Seas is definitely the place we want to be then. And, I mean, Chalice doesn't seem very good in this matchup either, right? They have a few zeros. We're going to be able to counter like Mishra's Baubles and stuff with Chalice. So the question is Counterspell better than Chalice? On play, Chalice for 0 is okay, but we're on the draw, so maybe we're just better off with like Counterspell. Okay, interesting. Glasspool is blue land. Is this better than a random 6? Because it is pretty awkward. We're going to be going fairly slow with this one, but like the Vial, I think, makes it maybe doable. Yeah, I'm definitely on the fence. But we get to play 2 Masters of the Pearl Trident on turn 3. And then this is looking pretty good on turn 4. I'm going to try it. This is probably bad, but what do I know? Bad hand keep is kind of like a tradition on this stream. Alright, so opponent only mulligans once. And they're going to go ahead and play their 0 drops immediately. Hey there, Gazmon. I keep on doing the 2 fingers thing. It's like, at least I'm not, at least I'm not doing it backwards, right? Right? So the island looks pretty good. So we're going to be able to do everything on turn 3 here. Don't tease me like this. You got a bunch more plays, right? You're just going to do them second main? No, you have nothing else? Wow. Screeves, you're afraid of today's league? You've been a Merfolk main for 9 years? No kidding. You have over 20,000 matches. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I am a Merfolk novice. So whatever happens this league, someone with more talent and experience could do much better than I. Another island. Okay. So we don't have to play the Glasspool Mimic anymore. We can... Does make the Aether Vial a little bit awkward. But I think we still just play the Master of the Pearl Trident this turn. Now, if we had some way to make their land an island... Well, we wouldn't get the Master down this turn, right? Because Vial's only on 1. So we play the Mutavault. We have to wait for the Master that way. I want it to be able to block, to start attacking. And, you know, maybe we'll draw a 2-drop here, and it'll look really good. Not quite. If we play this, like, what kind of removal are they going to have for this? I guess they could have Galv Blast, right? So yeah, let's not play into Galv Blast. As I say, as I'm playing into Galv Blast. It wasn't a blind matchup. We knew the opponent was playing Affinity. It's game 2. But yeah, we had Mutavault, Mutavault, Glasspool, Glasspool, Aether Vial, and Master. Mutavault, Mutavault, Glasspool, Glasspool, Aether, Master, and Sea and Sky. So I think we want to tick up Aether Vial to 3. We have a handful of 3 drops here. Okay, we'll get another 3 drop. Just keep on making masters. And we can give them Ward 1 at instant speed through the Aether Vial. We're going to put this down basically end of turn unless there's a better opportunity. Like if they tried to Galv Blast one of them, we would put this into play immediately. Ward on instant doesn't work. Oh, because it's whenever they target. Okay, thanks. So now we're not going to be doing something stupid. We'll just talk as if we were going to do something stupid. And I mean, realistically, out of the 2, it's much better to, like talk like I'm about to make a really bad play and then realize, oh, actually it doesn't work. And then, okay, well, we avoided it. So we'll have Brazen Borrower to return their token, and this should just be GG. Okay, so we're going to say always no and always yield. Not that this game should be lasting very much longer. Oh, the Counterspell is interesting. All right, let's tap this, activate this. Lunar Fast Food, thanks for the follow, friend. And that's a scoop. All right, we got another 1-land hand. I mean, we have Chalice, but, I mean, realistically, where is this hand going? What is it doing? We're on the play, so, like, this seems to me like a fairly obvious mulligan. And then we can keep this getting rid of one of the Aether Vials. So opponent's got the Lurrus Avatar and the Lurrus Companion. And this looks like what? Oh, this is a Ragavan. Okay. Brazen Borrower. So we could dismember the Ragavan. If we put a blocker in the way, they're going to kill the blocker and attack. Should probably just dismember the thing, honestly. Our other option is we could use Petty Theft, which doesn't seem terrible, but then they get to dash the Ragavan. So yeah, let's just dismember it. This is going to be a rough one. I think they could have cracked that Mishra's Bauble on their own turn. It's not like we're going to Thoughtseize them. Who's playing one rack? You think the opponent is playing one rack? That'd be exciting. Ooh, I likey. Maybe I should have thrown this onto the battlefield so we could return their Dragon Rage Channeler to hand, but I guess, like, this way maybe we can trap the Channeler in hand. They'll play a couple spells, get their Surveil on, and then they'll run out of red mana. Then we can return the Dragon Rage Channeler. Basic Forest. No attacks. Oh, well, this is specifically tapped creatures anyways, right? Okay, so it's not strictly an unsummon. So this is going to be a no. Keep that at 2. Cavern of Souls. Okay. So if we name Merfolk with this, we don't have a way to cast Brazen Borrower currently. Yeah, Harbinger's going to feel great on that construct. Just get rid of it. Yeah, the basic forest is kind of throwing me for a loop. I think I'm going to name Rogue with this, because we have the Aether Vial to get the Harbinger into play, and this way we can actually cast a Brazen Borrower. So they get to make a 1/1. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a new Jund list. That I forgot about that. Oh, so they're tapping it for mana. So they're not making another Construct. Go get Shadow Spear. That's a good one. There's a Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I got Brazen for the Construct. Or rather, the Tarmogoyf. Going to put the Shadow Spear on something? No, another Tarmogoyf. Ooh, those are large. Large and in charge. Ah, damn. Well, that's a pretty good blocker, anyways. But because this is Rogue, we played ourselves. Oh, through the Oboro. That's right, because we could return it and make an extra blue. You're right. We could have done that. So if we attack with Master of the Furrow Trident, we get rid of the Construct. They take 6. That seems fine to me. Favorite tribe? Probably Spirits. Pair of Tarmogoyfs again. Another Brazen Borrower. Wow. Okay, so we can just Brazen Borrower, we can Petty Theft whichever one they put the Shadow Spear on. So I think we just pass the turn. Because we don't have Island Walk. And hopefully we win next turn. Mr. Grey Fox. Hello. Ah, the Inquisition, though. Well, it's going to hit nothing. Maybe we just get rid of the Shadow Spear, then. We can, like, Brazen Borrower the Shadow Spear to hand. That way they can't equip it to anything. Petty Theft. Yeah, exactly. I don't want them equipping to a Tarmogoyf and gaining a bunch of life. Renin 6. Oh, they go get Urza's Saga with a Renin 6 combo. Alright, always no, always yield. And we draw Island. So we can't really attack in, can we? We would only get in for 2? And basically lose everything else? So we have to just pass. They're going to be able to equip Spear to a Tarmogoyf here. Feel like we had a pretty strong start, but it looks like the corner has turned. Again, I think this is an example of a game where a Merfolk master would have been able to navigate it, but looks like I might have stumbled somewhere. It's true. The indestructibility is good. The problem is the life gain. Oh, well, this is only for 4. I thought it was going to be for like 6. We could block this with a Brazen Borrower, but again, like, it's the life gain that I care about. So if they're tapping their creature, we can swing back in. That's right. We did get it. I think after the 3rd time I said it, there were enough people on the channel that weren't followers that I just got inundated by follows. Another Mutavault. Alright, so let's see here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers, and we have 5 attackers. So we only get in for, like, 2 again. Unfortunate, we're just going to have to pass. We just really needed some way to give our creatures island walk, or rather to give our opponent an island. Yeah, that's true, and we don't have Minamo, unfortunately. So yeah, we probably should have attacked with... Aw, come on. Terminate the Master of Waves. And they have the 1 extra mana for the ward. Well, this is game 1. For game 2, we're going to have access to Spreading Seas. I think we keep the Chalice in this matchup. They have a lot of 1s. So Chalice counters the Darcy, counters Ragavan, Inquisition, Unholy Heat. I mean, even if we get Tide Shaper at this point, we no longer have Island Walk. Lure us to hand. Dismember. Just in case we want to go to 1 life. Yeah, let's get out of here. Bringing Spreading Seas and Threads of Disloyalty. Magic Noodles, thanks for the follow, friend. Yeah, definitely not ideal. Oh yeah, Shadow Spear really makes a huge difference. We've seen that for a while in Hammer Time. Being able to get that lifelink onto your construct, so strong. Alright, so we used about 10 minutes off our clock in that first game. If this match goes to a third game, we are going to have to be careful about our clock. Not a fan. This one's not great either. Just so awkward. I'm going to get rid of a Threads of Disloyalty here. With the lands that we have, it's just going to be ages until we can cast it. Yeah, and Hammer Time tramples matters a lot, you're right. Probably way more than the lifelink. Harbinger of the Tides. Alright, pass back. We have Glasspool Mimic to play as a land next turn if we don't draw Island. If we do draw Island, we get to Tide Shaper the Urza Saga. Okay. We can do something about that later. Not too much we can really do this turn. I mean, like, we could play the... Oh, that's right, it's... I thought it was blue. No, this is great. Boop. Yeah, killed your land. I think we probably could have attacked in first before we did that. Wasn't thinking that it was going to, you know, give the Tarmogoyf an enchantment, making it a 2-3. But maybe Threads of Disloyalty will be able to do something in a minute. Chalice. Alright, we have an indestructible Merfolk. Although I guess they could use the red mana now before Svyelun hits the battlefield. They'll be able to Unholy Heat one of our critters, and that way our creature does not have indestructible. Maybe they'll be able to Unholy Heat this as well. That's true as well. Shadow Spear can remove indestructible. That's something that I often forget. For a single mana, it removes hexproof and indestructible. That's not something you see very often, but it can be quite strong. No attacks. Cool. And an island. Nice. Okay, so Threads of Disloyalty? Nice. Threads getting work done. Guess they didn't have Abrupt Decay. Ah, good point, Screeves. Being able to activate the Mutavault to give Svyelun indestructible, since Mutavault is all creature types. That's something I remember back in the day that Packrat was a standard menace. So Chalice is going to be a little bit worse here. Counterspell could be good. I think I'm going to stick with it. Okay. We can play Glasspool Mimic, turn 2 Chalice. And we got the Tide Shaper to kill their Urza Sagas. Like, this looks like a keep to me. We have the Cavern of Souls, means we can play the Tide Shapers through the Chalice. No Inquisition, please. Immediately targeting me. Nice, no Inquisition. Okay, we'll play Glasspool Mimic. Pass turn. Urza's Saga. So do we want to Tide Shaper that instead of going for Chalice? Dash Ragavan. Alright, what do you think, chat? Tide Shaper or Chalice? Chalice? I'm kind of leaning towards Chalice myself. Yeah, looking like everyone's thinking Chalice is the way. Especially with that Ragavan, right? Master of the Pearl Trident, of course. Nice. Love to see it. Alright, so blue mana for Merfolk. Play the Shaper. Cast with Kicker. Can't be countered. Kill your Saga. And play this. Let's get another land in play, pass back. Okay, what's this? Ren and 6, kill the Tide Shaper. Get the Urza Saga back. That makes sense. We have another Tide Shaper, though, so we could kill it again. Mutavault. So let's see here. We could Tide Shaper plus Master. I like that, because then the Ren and 6 can't kill our Tide Shapers. Tide Shaper on black land is okay, yep. Because then we can just start attacking in, since we're going to have Island Walk and they don't have black mana. I like that more, I think. And then we can kill Ren. We could kill Ren with the Mutavault. Hold on a second. We go Master. I don't think we can kill Ren this turn. No, not enough mana. It's all good. So what was the plan? We're going to Tide Shaper the Blackcleave Cliffs, and we're going to Master the Pearl Trident and attack. Also, the Tide Shaper gets +1/+1, so it's a 3? That's cool. So the question is, do we attack their Ren and 6 or themselves? We get the Ren and 6. I think we just attack them. What is Ren and 6 even doing? It looks like it's doing nothing at the moment. Ooh, Overgrown Tomb untapped. So this is probably Tarmogoyf? Although if they play Tarmogoyf, they don't get to make Karnstruct. Oh, and they're just passing back? Interesting. Wonder what that could mean. Another Tide Shaper? Yes, please. All the Tide Shapers. Looks like Terminate. Oh, they could be making a token instead. No, Colligan's Command, destroying the... That's a good one. Okay, yep, that's a really good one. Fortunately, we're still going to beat in for a ton of damage. Let's go 1 at you and kill Ren and 6. Oh, that's right. The other one has Summoning Sickness. Kill Ren. Might have been better to attack the opponent because then we just have lethal next turn, right? 9, 10, 11, 12. From Jun to blue-red. That's right. You're Is It now. Inquisition taking one of our adepts. And then they'll... Oh, yeah, they have Pyrite Spellbomb to kill the Master. Spellbomb is a wicked card. It got so much better with Urza Saga, being able to pull it out of the deck. What do we get? A Mutavault. Unfortunate. Well, I guess we could tap 5, get the Adept down, draw a card. The question is that better than attacking with a 2/2 Mutavault? Ragavan just sitting in their hand? Oh, did the opponent forget to float? Cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a lightning bolt. They didn't even use the spell bomb, so they get to trade with a Karnstruck now. Which gives them one of their lands back. But we do have Lord of Atlantis here. So if they tap out, they lose. They're smarter than that. Okay. I like the Ward 1, but they're going to activate this in response. Works on abilities as well. Yeah, that Tarmogoyf is large. Large and in charge. If we play the Lord of Atlantis, they kill it. We don't get any value out of it. Let's just play Svyelun. Maybe they'll use the Spell Bomb in response, and then we can get the Lord of Atlantis to do some stuff next turn. Although they're not going to have any islands anymore, because they killed the Tide Shaper. That's the island gone. Well, they don't have a lot of cards left. Looks like... Yeah, attack with Darcy, and then that's it. The card advantage from Svyelun is going to be good. That's nice to hear. Another Lord of Atlantis. All right, well, let's play one of them. Oh, the Spreading Seas? What a draw. Damn. Don't have blue mana. Okay. We can get him next turn with this. Yeah, we should have definitely tapped the Cavern there. That's my bad. I was not thinking clearly on that one. But for hopefully you can take the lessons that you learn from this video and do better yourself when you're playing. With the Inquisition, brutal. They get to take the Spreading Seas away. So yeah, that's punished for my mistap. We might still just be able to Alpha Strike here. Activate the Mutavaults, just attack for everything. They have to block Svyelun with Tarmogoyf. Dragon Rage Channeler doesn't get to block. And our creatures also have Ward. So they're going to be difficult to take off the battlefield with removal. They'd only get to kill one of them. So, like, kill the Lord of Atlantis, and we still just have lethal, I think. Okay, and they're playing Lurrus. Okay, so that does have lifelink, so that could factor into something. Let's see if we manage to draw perfect. Another Mutavault. Alright, so they have nothing to do. Svyelun gets blocked by Tarmogoyf. Adept gets blocked by Lurrus. Tideshaper gets blocked, whatever. So these are all blocked. Then they gain 3, go to 11, and then they take 3 plus 8, which is 11, so I think it's Xaxes. Alright, right-click on this, newly controlled, add mana. Make this a creature, tap this, make this a creature, and alpha. Oh, this puts them to 1. I think I missed something. Alright. So we get to block the Tarmogoyf. So they don't get to Lightning Bolt kill us. Yeah, that's true. I counted them blocking one of the 3s because that was a creature that was on the board and the Mutavaults were not activated yet. So that was a case of, oh, the Shadow Spear is so good for them! Brutal! So now if they have Lightning Bolt, they basically win, because I'm not interested in blocking that anymore. That's, oh, is this... This isn't Xaxes, right? This puts me to 1? And then they concede. Nice. Okay, so what do we got? We have Mimic, Cavern, we got a Tideshaper. They're revealing Lurrus. Not great. Bad hand keep, let's go. There's a Darcy. think I'm interested in just immediately dismembering that. Never have islands. Period. Don't need them in the opening hand or at any point in the game. If I get islands, then that would open me up to island walk from the opponent. Always get them off the top. Gonna shape some tides next turn. Another Darcy. Ooh, there's a Thoughtseize. Maybe no tide shaping. Master of the Pearl Trident. Better than doing nothing, I suppose. I guess we could Petty Theft Darcy, but that doesn't seem very good if we don't have a Chalice on one already. Although the main deck Chalice has been looking really good for this league so far. Huh. I guess we have to block? I hate blocking this so much. It means our Glasspool Mimic doesn't have anything to target. I need to keep the Master. You want to cast my Aether Vial, opponent? Ooh, Death Shadow. So if we go Lord of Atlantis, we just kind of wasting mana. We can Glasspool the Master, get a 3/3. We could Petty Theft as they like try and make the Death Shadow a 13/13. Thinking probably just copy our Master here. Oops, cancel that. This has to go colorless. So then do we attack? We attack them down to 8, and then they're potentially dead next turn. Although if they have removal into Dress Down, we are dead. They only have 2 cards in hand. We know one of them's Ragavan. I'm going to attack. They would just need to draw like the perfect card off the top. Because they have Ragavan, so they would need Dress Down plus removal spell. Ah, hey there, Doll of Cutie. See, the real trick is that I am a robot, but the prosthetics are top-notch. Alright, so we have to block here, because if they have Dress Down, we lose. Wow, another Kroxa. Wow, that's painful. Svyelun. Oh, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be indestructible yet. Think we just probably petty theft the Death Shadow. Could play this Svyelun. We know they only have Ragavan in hand. And then maybe try for the kill next turn. No. Okay, it's just Ragavan. What's your last card? Is it Dress Down? The hesitation on the attack is interesting. So if we don't block, we get 4, 5, 6, 7 damage in. Mono blue, donut. Looks like the block is like I kind of think we have to block, and then next turn we can Brazen Borrower the shadow. We get to draw a card with Svyelun. We have Mutavault. I guess if we draw land, we could just win. But if we don't block and they have Dress Down, we lose. I'm gonna block. Chalice. This game is so hard. Yeah, that is the plan. Attack to see if we find land. Then we can play Chalice and hold up Brazen Borrower. We can then Petty Theft the Shadow so we don't die. That's the plan. Another Chalice instead. Alright, so we gotta hold up Petty Theft here on the Shadow. So I'm wondering if I want to block the Ragavan with the Mutavault. I'm thinking so. Alright, Petty Theft worked. We only take 3 this turn. They do get to replay the Shadow. We get the island's a little bit late here. So we attack in with Svyelun. They just block with Shadow. Svyelun dies. I think we've played ourselves into a corner. Unfortunately, Brazen Borrower cannot block Death Shadow. I think we just have to attack and hope we... No, because then they just block and Svyelun dies. Unfortunate. And we got these two Chalice just rotting in our hand. Okay, good game. Go to game 2. I think that's what we should have done. I was like looking at, can we possibly try and find a way to crack back and win, but we don't have any reach. I'm going to want Threads. I think Relic looks pretty good here. The unfortunate thing is, like, we're bringing in a 1-drop, and we got Chalice, which is going to counter our Relic of Progenitus and make us look stupid. I think we would rather have the Chalice. I'm going to take out a Glasspool Mimic and maybe a Lord of Atlantis. Take out a Dismember. Obviously, we will take the play. Let's see, we got Chalice. This is looking good. We can Petty Theft their early play. So yeah, I want to keep this. Looks good. Just got to avoid turn 1 Thoughtseize. And then there's also the question of what we play to start. Do we play the Glasspool Mimic here? I think so. Yeah, no Vials in this deck. Yeah, I can understand the island. Playing the Glasspool is like, this is the opportunity to get it down. Although the island would have let us kill that, which would have been pretty good. Yeah, Dismember turn 1 Ragavan, so that's definitely correct, Donut. We should have went with the island so that we could have dismembered. I was thinking, like, this is our opportunity to get this tap land down, but opponent plays their 1-drop. Oh well, we can keep the Dismember for something else. We'll Petty Theft the Darcy. Ooh, ouch. Engineered Explosives on 0 gets rid of Chalice. Opponent was ready. There's the Aether Vial, right on time. Right, I keep on... Petty Theft does not hit our own permanents. Expressive Iteration. So that's going to allow them to put a land into play, draw a bunch of cards. This card has grown in my estimation quite a bit since I played it. Yep, Blood Crypt enters the exile zone. They get to play that, and then they get to play another card. Okay, Thoughtseize. So probably taking this Svyelun. Ah, Tide Shaper. We can get rid of their black mana. I like that quite a bit. And then I think we attack with the Mutavault this turn instead of playing Aether Vial. You didn't need that black mana, did you? Lord of Atlantis? What a draw. Three card types, and they don't have instant. So they Lightning Bolt the Lord of Atlantis, and then Dragon Rage Channeler looks super good. Let's keep Petty Theft available just in case. Yeah, I thought this is what was going to happen. So this way we don't lose one of our creatures. Yeah, that's right. They couldn't block first because it had Island Walk. So we get the Glasspool Mimic. We can't really attack into Darcy here. Oh yeah, copy the Adept, draw a card. We could either do that or we could play Brazen Borrower. I kind of like Brazen Borrower too. Alright. Let's draw a card then. Ah, Hanky, good point, good point. We should have let their Surveil resolve first. That could have influenced their decision. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, those guys. Borrower to remove Darcy. Or we could even just let the Darcy attack, and then we have 3 damage in the air coming at you, plus whatever's going on with Mutavault. Oh, Lightning Bolt the Tide Shaper. Unfortunate. So that gets them black mana again. Yeah, I think I'm going to just cast the Brazen Borrower to have a an attacker here instead of taking the Darcy off the table. German Couch, thanks for the follow, friend. Ooh, they went down to 3 for this. That's so risky, going down to 3? Like, we have 4 damage on the table. Haha, yep. Yep. And they scoop. Okay. Let's go to game 3. Don't think I'm going to change anything here. Does EE on 0 change Chalice? I think that, like, Chalice is just so good. If they don't have EE, they lose. That being said, we are on the draw, which makes Chalice quite a bit worse. Force of Negation for Bobble. I was thinking more like Force of Negation for EE. How is Relic? I think Relic would be decent, but we were running the Chalice, so I didn't want to run the Relic. You like the Spreading Seas? Get rid of some of their colored mana? Ooh, you're sending me in all kinds of directions, chat. It just seems so difficult to take Chalice out in this matchup, but we are on the draw. Why is Ross Merriam playing on your channel? Wow. I got an option actually set up in the manas, the channel points, to choose my beard style. It's a lot of points to do it, but you can choose, you know, whatever style you want, and I'll stick with that beard style for a month. Hello, Max. Yeah, Oboro lets you turn colorless mana into blue mana. Alright, straighten up. Let's go. Not a fan. Threads is okay. I mean, we got the islands for once. Ugh. Alright, so let's see here. We'll keep this. Keep this. Gotta get rid of 2 cards. And an Inquisition. Bye-bye, Aether Vial. Who knows? They could take the Spreading Seas. Probably taking the Vial, though. Yeah, we should keep the extra Merfolk for the Adept to actually be able to cast it, but they take the Adept, so let's play the island they know about, play the Aether Vial, and pass back. Probably take the Spreading Seas here. Oh, yeah, they only have 1 land. Well, might as well play a Lord of Atlantis. When I rented this deck originally, I wasn't paying attention to which versions of which cards I was picking up, so it actually rented white-bordered Lord of Atlantises. I immediately went back to the rental site and rented 4 black border Lord of Atlantis so that I wouldn't be embarrassed to play. Alright, so they've drawn land. Yeah, but this is from like the original times of Magic. The Magic art was very different in the old days. I think we keep this at 2. That's difficult, because we have the 2 mana that we can actually play any 2-drop, but if we, like, draw a 3, then we can't play it. I think I'm going to tick it up. Chalice is definitely better than Spreading Seas. We're trying something out, because we're on the draw. But I think that it's suboptimal. Okay. Oh, the Dark Blood Moons, yes. Just so happens that I have a few of those. Keep it on 2 for the Silvergill, I see. Yeah, generally you're going to want Aether Vial on 2. I just thought, like, what if we draw a thing? Kind of just want to play the Brazen Borrower here, just so we can, like, attack in, try and get some damage going. Opponent's already at 11, a couple attacks, and maybe we can finish them. Is this a terminate? Yep. Alright, so we're not going to want to tick this up anymore. Cavern of Souls, great. Attacking for 2 and pass. I see what you're saying there, Catfish Pat. That looks pretty good for the opponent. Draw 2 cards with Bauble. Oh, that's not too bad. We could Petty Theft the Lurrus so it can't block. And then they have to continue spending mana to get that Lurrus back. Oh yeah, we're probably dead, but we'll fight it out. Maybe we'll find some gold off the top of the deck. Ooh, that's tough to deal with. Yeah, I think we're dead, chat. Dead. Drown in the Lock, kills our Tide Shaper. They can swing in with impunity. They get the trigger from the Ragavan. I think there's nothing we can do at this point. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, Multi 5 was pretty bad. Taking out the Chalice was bad. I guess it, well, I mean, it would have mattered. Look at all those ones. They wouldn't be able to play Ragavan or Death Shadow. Alright. GG. Oh, we're up against... Oh, no! Oh, no, chat. We're up against Fish Kill. You think they're a fish killer. Oh, no. Yep, 4 Brazen Borrowers is a lot, but it sort of combos with the Chalice. It's part of the plan. So do we go turn 1 Aether Vial or turn 1 Mimic? Turn 1 Aether Vial. Always turn 1 Aether Vial. What kind of question even is that? Another island? Kind of looks like they're going to have double island. Oh, they're going to Spreading Seas my Mutavault? Thank you! Alright, let's get untapped land, please. Nice. I got an island, you got an island, everyone has islands. I mean, they can still tap, they can still Spreading Seas, right? Seems good. Another Aether Vial. So we can't actually cast any of our spells, but we could attack with a Mutavault, or we could play another Aether Vial. I'm kind of into playing another Aether Vial, to be honest. I'm just going to attack for 2 here. We're not going to expose the Lord. Yeah, we could Master for an extra damage there, but it also exposes it to, like, sweepers or removal. So we're just going to play it end of turn. And then we can do some really cool stuff next turn. I guess we could tick this up to 3 for Glasspool Mimic. Probably better to just keep it at 2, then we can just play 2 Lords, so we can just get all the Lords down. From the Crypt, hello? Screeve says, everybody is like, Modern Horizons 2 made Modern not modern anymore. And I'm like, Control decks are playing Spreading Seas and Electrolyze again. Lingering Souls is playable again. This is more modern than we had them for 5 years. I mean, I'm just happy to be able to Yawgmoth. Double blue. They're going to tap the Aether Vial. I do not like that, chat. So if we play the Lord here, then we're leaving it open for a sweeper. But if we don't play the Lord, then we just waste 2 mana. What sweeper could they have? Good point. They can't really sweep, could they? Did Yawgmoth receive anything from Modern Horizons 2? It did. Got Ignoble Hierarch, Grist, and Endurance. Huh. So they're going to win next turn? Ah, that's true. The Ivy Lane Scurry Oak. We don't see that too often. Alright, so this is the small one. We do activate this one, and then this one is a no. Get another island. Alright, so let's see here. We have Lord of Atlantis, Master of the Pearl Trident here, activate Mutavault. All of our creatures get +2/+2, and they're unblockable. So that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put them to 1. Oh, that's brutal. We just get them to 1, chat. I don't think there's anything else we can reasonably do, though. We just have to hope they don't have the combo. Oh, it is lethal? Oh, okay. I miscounted then. It's 14. Thank you. Math. Okay, everyone has Island Walk. Attack. Yeah, 14 exactly. Nice. Oh, I missed some damage for sure. The Mutavault I was counting as a 4 instead of a 5. Sweet. Merfolk feels like there's always a lot of math involved. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of math and magic. With Merfolk, you got a lot of like adding to the numbers that are already on the board because of the lords that you can throw onto the table. Death Shadow and Prowess decks are some other examples of difficult math style decks. So I'm thinking Force of Negation, Counterspell. Ah, thank you. Because opponent died, so there's no opponent that controls an island. I was wondering about that as well. I saw the Tide Shaper at 4, and I was confused, but it didn't really matter, so it didn't really say anything. So we're looking to bring one more card back in. Could play Spreading Seas as a cantrip. Could play Relic. I imagine opponent probably has Snapcaster. Spreading Seas them back. It's only fair. Dismember for what? For their creature, Felidar Guardian. Dismember can potentially keep us from just dying. Ah, yes, that's right. The Borrower for the combo as well. Same reason as the Dismember. So what else can we bring in for some more Borrowers? Yeah, Borrower seems actually really good here. What about Harbinger of the Tides? Harbinger seems bad. Think we play with this? Remove all lords. You're right. When you're right, you're right. And you're always right. Two land hand. Oh, 3. Okay, we got the Glasspool. I think we keep this. Not great, but seems like something we can work with. Play Glasspool turn 1, then from turn 2 we have Counterspell, we have Force of Negation up. We just need some way to kill the opponent. Alright, opponent is mulligan fairly heavily here. So that might give us the opportunity to get what we need to do done. Let's play the Mimic. Luris Asmore Grixis Control. Ah. Yeah, Asmarina Mardika Daistina Kuldakar got her time in the spotlight, but she kind of fell out of the spotlight pretty quickly too. We don't have two Orobos. We have Oboro and Minamo. Thanks, Screeves. I mean, at this point, like, I have the capability to say it, so I'm gonna use every excuse to bring that out. Ice on our oh, okay, right on upkeep. Can't force a negation that, not that I would want to. So we just let that happen. And probably just play Mutavault. Let's see what we draw. Is this Nikachu's list? Yes, it is. Ooh, good draw. I see what you mean there about not playing the Glasspool because we had double blue. And we could have kept this as a card to discard to force a negation or a creature to play later. Another counterspell. I think we just passed the turn here. Hold up double counterspell. Okay, counter that. Actually, we could just dismember it. No, because then they get to blink the Wall of Omens. Let's use a counterspell. Another Aether Vial. So we could Aether Vial in, Master the Pearl Trident, activate Mutavault, attack for 3, and still hold up Counterspell. We have Island Walk is why. I was pretty sure we had Island Walk, and then I saw the Glacial Fortress, and I was like, okay, Steam Vents, phew. Fire deals 2 damage to the Master of the Pearl Trident. Hey, it's all good, bus driver. You got a lot of different arts on these cards nowadays. So, like, Steam Vents has, what, 5 different arts? You can see that it's blue and red, but also, I don't know how large your screen is. Say no to this. Oh, apparently there's 6. It seems like a lot. think I just want to play Aether Vial here, hold up Force of Negation. And then maybe we can play Brazen Borrower if they don't do anything. So we have an attacker with Flash. Alright. 3 standard printings, 1 MTGO only, Secret Lair, and an Expedition. Engineered Explosives on 1. That would just get rid of all my Aether Vials. Is that something that I really care about, honestly? I'm not sure that it is. Screen size? I mean, it's just 32 inches. It's true, my eyes do move a lot. Imagine having one of those eye trackers. That could be fun. Another counterspell. Okay. We didn't have the blue card to discard to force a negation there. Yeah, we do. I do have a 2-screen setup, so whenever I'm looking at chat, I'm going to look over to the other side. Although, it's weird, like the way the webcam works, right? Like it's kind of mirrored from what I expected. So when I look over this way, I'm looking towards chat, but it's kind of like, I think it would make a little bit more sense if I could flip the cam horizontally, and then I could look this way. What part of us you win? If you're asking what part of the United States I'm in, none of it. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. Things are starting to make sense now. None of it. Once I said that, I was like, none of it, but no, it sounds like none of it. Let's head north. Harbinger of the Tides. It does have Flash. It's also a card we can pitch to Force. But if we just play Harbinger on our turn, they can't counter it anyways, and we get to hold up Force. Where is Canada? Oh my god, those guys. Non, je parle pas de français du tout. Another Force of Negation. Alright, we can start getting damage in, maybe. Let's start attacking with our 2 creatures. I guess we could, like, technically dismember this, but I want to keep the dismember as a way to not lose the game instantly. Oh, I learned an interesting curse in French, actually. Vous achetez votre crouton. Yeah, that's pretty intense, right? Crouton? Crouton? You buy your croutons. Who buys croutons? It's all north to me. What? More people live in your state than all of Canada? That is crazy. And opponent scoops them up. Fish kill was not able to kill the fish. Nice. Okay, so, I mean, as far as a first foray with fish goes, that worked fairly well. We managed to finish positively. We got a chest. And we got our play points back. So I count that as a win. We got to learn a little bit about the deck, make some mistakes along the way, but yeah, seems like the deck still plays. So I'm definitely happy that I played the Merfolk deck today. It's an experience I haven't had before. It was definitely fun. Really, really like the Tide Shaper. Wasn't a huge fan of the Harbinger of the Tides in this list. Glasspool Mimic was pretty interesting, like being able to have 4 of them. You got this card that, okay, it's either the first land that you play, or it's going to be like a copy of the best card you have on the battlefield. Basically another Lord.